Question 13 of our review says, determine the lowest common denominator for the following group of fractions: 1/3, 4/5, and 3/8. Now, normally what we would do is we would take all of our denominators, in this case 3, 5, and 8, and I would start to just write all of the multiples of each of them, and I would continue going until I found 5, 10, 15, 20, until I found one that all of them share in common. And to be quite honest, I tried this in the first video, and then I got to a point where I'm like, what am I doing? I'm doing this so difficult that this doesn't make sense. Because this is a multiple choice question, thank heavens. And the choices we have are 60, 140, 80, and 120. So let's start with 60, because that would be the lowest denominator of the four choices. Does that work? Can we use 60 for these denominators? Well, we could make an equivalent fraction that has 60, because we can multiply this by, oh, sorry, that's a 3, not a 30, by 20, and this by 20. And we could make an equivalent fraction of 20/60ths. So 60 would work for a third, and thank heavens it would work exactly for that as well, because we could go, what would that be? That'd be 48/60ths. So, oh my heavens, it works for both of them, for the first two. But then we get to the third one with 8, and I can't multiply 8 by nothing, so it cannot be used to have a common. So I'll just back up in time here, back up in time, and figure out that doesn't work. So we can eliminate 60 as being one of the common denominators. 80 might work. It works definitely for this one because I can multiply it by 10. And because it ends in 0, it will definitely work for 5. But it doesn't work for 3 because it's not a multiple of 3 in any way. I can't multiply 3. If I apply my divisibility rule, 8 plus 0 is 8, and it doesn't work, so it's not a multiple as well. So 80 doesn't work. Then I try 120. Aha! 1 plus 2 is 3, so this will work because I can multiply it by 40. This will work because it ends in 0, and I have to figure out, will 8 work? Oh, drum roll, please. Well, I know that 10/8, if I multiply it by 10, that gives me 80. If I multiply it by 5, that gets me 40. So with that logic, if I multiply it by 15, guess what I get? I get 120. My answer for 13 is 120 is the LCD because all 1/3, 4/5, and 3/8 can all be created into equivalent fractions that have 120 as a denominator. Wasn't that exciting? Only 3 minutes to explain all that.